afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. I have just turned the blur filter on my phone back up to full. I had turned it down slightly, but no, I've put it back to full and it's still not hiding it, is it? This is front and centre stage today. I've been trying so hard to use all different types of skincare, drink more water, everything and anything to try and get my troublesome skin under control, and it's all here at the moment. I mean, anybody that understands like skin and hormones, if you can tell me why I'm getting them here, that'd be great, because they are so awful, and as soon as one of them gets better, another one pops up. Woke up this morning, looked in the mirror, and I was like, are you actually joking? You're actually kidding me? This is here, loud and proud. But I've just popped down to the local shop. We've run out of bread, milk and toilet roll. It's shopping day today, but I'm not going shopping until either later on or even maybe tomorrow. As you can probably hear and see, the weather is absolutely horrendous, and it's so annoying because today was the day of the week that we were going to spend the day with Summer. She's been either at work or already had plans with friends and such all week, and we've been looking forward to Friday because she wanted me to take her to Greendale Farm, as she's not been there yet. And I woke up and it was blowing an absolute hoolie. It's pouring with rain, like really strong winds, and I was like, this is not the day to go to Greendale Farm. It's really out in the open, so if the weather is bad, the weather is bad. So we've decided, instead of Greendale Farm, we're going to go to Dunelm Home Sense and sniff some candles, have a Dunelm lunch, and stay out of the rain. And do you know what? I reckon as soon as the sun comes back and makes an appearance, my skin will improve. It's definitely lack of vitamin D that's not helping my case at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to run in the local shop, grab what we need, and then go home. Hopefully the girls will have got themselves dressed. It's currently midday and they've been watching Shrek. They've been laid in my bed watching Shrek in their pyjamas, having a lazy morning. So I've just said, can you get dressed and then we can go out? But I'm going to brave this horrible wind and run in the local shop. Oh, did you not get Chris this summer?
No.
Felicity, I'm sure you're going to be so full up after all of that.
Yeah.
Do you want to pour your beans onto your potato, Sienna?
You take out the skin.
No, do I have to do that really?
Yeah.
You normally eat the skin at home.
If you don't,
Really?
if you take out the skin, there's going to be no potato.
No,
We're going to have like a teaspoon of potato too.
Okay.
teaspoon of potato to go with your teaspoon of beans. I mean, you can't complain because they do eat for free with an adult. Well, when an adult spends £4, kids eat free, and they do get snacks. They have had Pom Bears and Freddo Frog, although Sienna asked for the yoghurt pouch because it's the ones that we have at home, but they're the dairy-free ones, and she took one mouthful of it and was like, yeah, that's disgusting. So you haven't had your yoghurt pouch, have you? Don't eat that too fast, Felicity. I've not even started on mine yet. Do you like tuna? Because I've got a huge panini here. You can have a bit of this each. Did you get that? I actually can't with the mug selection in Home Sense. You know how much I love a mug. These are lovely. These are like the Ray Dunn ones, but I think this is the one. This is the one that's coming home with me. Felicity's in a funny mood.
This is in a very funny mood. I've got some...
Is this actually Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah. Guys, this morning, me and my friends, we go to Spoons at the right time of 8 o'clock in the morning. We get in the queue, we get a Sabrina Carpenter.
Someone's going to Sabrina Carpenter, so we think she needs a Sabrina Carpenter mug.
So, and it's don't worry, be happy.
You're off your head.
Look at this guy. He says, don't
worry, be happy. Also, who did we find in Dunelm? Who did we find in Dunelm, Sienna? Nanny.
That sounds quite yummy actually. Vanilla caramel. It's 0 calories. These for my matcha.
Here's a matcha that's still in the fridge, you haven't drank it.
Yeah, because I ran out of syrup.
Matcha girl.
Which one?
Saw a caramel down there as well.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
Do you remember when you say we
You're gasping at that Beauvars, aren't you? The Beauvars.
want a vegan pancake tomorrow so me and Bridget?
We don't need one of those.
Pancake tomorrow so we can make them.
Oh, I was looking at the pink one.
I'm thinking more for my matcha.
You can't drink matcha out of that, you twit. I was thinking you were looking at the pink one.
That one's even cute.
Oh, they're all... Look at the blue one. The blue one.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my
That one's nice. I like the blue one. You really do not need that.
Fried egg in there, my pancake in there.
You don't need that.
Don't
You don't need that.
Pancake tomorrow. I can make my own little pancake.
We've got a pancake machine.
No.
I've just had somewhat of a mini panic attack in HomeSense because as I was stood in the queue to pay, it just suddenly dawned on me that I'd been quite a while and I've no idea how long you're allowed to park in the car park for. So I said to the guy on the till, I was like, oh, how long do you get in the car park? And he said 2 hours. And I was like, oh no, I've been longer than 2 hours. I'd been looking back through my messages because I knew I'd sent a text to Kev when I got to Dunelm. So I was thinking, wow, what time did I text him? Because that's roughly what time I got to the car park. And I knew at this point I'd been there for 2 hours and 20 minutes. By the time we'd had lunch, and we'd waited for lunch because there was quite a wait, and then we bumped into my mum, and then they'd had lunch, and then we had cake, and then we went and looked around on Elm, and then we went and looked around HomeSense. We'd been a while. And then thankfully the lady behind me, because the man's like, oh, it's an £85 fine if you've been over 2 hours. And I was like, oh, you are joking me. Feeling a little bit sick at this point. And then the lady behind said, no, it's 3 hours, not 2 hours. And I was like, thank the Lord, because I was feeling a little bit sick about the whole thought of it. I was thinking, oh, I really don't need a fine. I'm currently every day awaiting whether or not I'm going to get a speeding fine. Now, I'm not somebody who goes out and speeds. I'm not like a speedy driver at all. When we were driving to Cornwall, if anyone's familiar with that area, you've got a pub called, like a famous pub called the Jamaica Inn on the top of Bodmin, and then you come down off of Bodmin and there's like lakes all around you. So I'm driving down this really steep hill off of Bodmin, and the road was clear. There was no one in front of me because it's winter and it's quiet in Cornwall. And I was saying to the girls, oh girls, look at the lakes and stuff. And then I noticed there was a speeding van at the bottom of the hill, and I looked at my speedo and I was almost at 80, and I was like, oh no, please no. And that was now 3 weeks ago, and as of yet I've not received a speeding fine. So I think, fingers crossed, I've got lucky. I was saying to Kev, well, maybe there was no one in it. Maybe he was having his sandwiches. Kev was like, yeah, we're getting a speeding fine. But so far, so good. So I was feeling a bit sick at the prospect that I've just started to relax a little bit over the potential speeding fine, and now I might have a parking fine. But it was 3 hours. That is Riley. Hang on a second. I am going to take you off of that if you continue to make silly noises.
What?
He's on his virtual reality headset thing, and the shouting. I've got a headache. I do not need him yelling at that thing. And if he's not yelling at the PlayStation, he's yelling at the Oculus, or the people he's obviously on headset with. And apparently nobody of his age goes out and meets up and plays football in the park. They all communicate over computers, which I do believe is strictly true. As much as it pains me to say it, and I hate it, and I wish it wasn't, that is in fact the case. But anyway, I won't have a parking fine. I was under the 3 hours. Thank goodness I thought about it. But I was saying to someone on the way out, I was like, there's tappy carpets, there's Pets at Home with a vets as well, Dunelm with a cafe. I was like, if you're choosing carpets, measuring out for carpets, getting quotes for carpets, organising carpets, that can take you 3 hours. If you go to the cafe, meet a friend for lunch, that can take you 3 hours, and have a look around the shops. Hi. You look happy. I said, you've come in looking happy. But anyway, I haven't got a fine. I went to Aldi to get some bits for dinner, got myself some tulips to put in my new vase. I got this in Primark. It was £8 and I just thought it looked like a nice tulip vase. And I also got this in Primark. This wasn't today, this was in Bristol, which is adorable. And that was £4. And I just got, Kev's going to say, not another one, the most adorable mug.
We've got no room for the ones that you've got.
I know, but I look at it. Spring has sprung and it's covered in little rabbits. It's a Ray Dunn, which I believe is like, I think they're normally quite expensive. But yeah, $5.99 and it's adorable. So I'm going to try and, $5.99.
What, for one mug?
For one mug. It's Ray Dunn. Artisan collection. Yeah.
Great
But
collection.
It's lovely. They had loads of them, didn't they? Lots of different ones. And I'm just going to try and make the house look a little bit spring because I am so ready for it. Also, I was just saying to Summer whilst we were waiting in the traffic. That's another thing with that car park. It can take you ages to get out because you get stuck in there because it's not very good filtration to get back out onto the main road. And I was saying to Summer, oh, what potatoes do we want with dinner? Do you want new potatoes? Can't do roast potatoes, it's too late. Mashed potato. And she was like, can we have grandad roast? Which are these. These are what they call grandad roast potatoes. Because every time we used to go around to my dad's house when they were younger, and he'd say, you stop in for tea, he'd cook sausages and ready roast potatoes. So that's what they're having for their tea. Because I was saying to Summer, back when we first went into like autumn, winter, I was loving nothing more than to stay in the kitchen all day, cooking wholesome dinners. I was loving it, loving cooking. And then this last week, I can't be asked. I don't want to cook. I think I'm ready for salads and barbecues. I'm bored of cooking
I'm ready for that.
winter dinners. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
You know what's worse?
I'm bored of cooking winter dinners.
Smell of whole chicken.
Yeah, no, I don't like the smell of the chicken cooking. But instead, I've now got to pick apart a chicken and make it into a chicken elite pie. And all I want to do is eat a barbecue. And I actually saw a really funny TikTok the other day. It was a lady and she was saying, we don't want dinner. None of us want dinner. Give us breakfast, give us lunch, especially if it's with a vino and a friend and a chat, but we don't want dinner. By the time it gets to dinner time and it's, you know, we've got to think of potatoes and shall we make mash or shall we make roast or shall we do chips and then we best give you a vegetable. She's like, we don't care, we don't want it. And I showed Kevin, you didn't get it. But it was from the perspective, I can't say it.
Because I like...
It was from the perspective of a mum and wife who has to cook dinner. We have to think about what to cook. We have to go and buy the food to cook. We have to cook the food. We have to dish up the food. And then we have to have the kids moan about the food. And it's just like, we don't want dinner. None of us want it. And I was just watching it, like proper chuckling to myself, thinking, this is me. This person is me. But anyway, nonetheless, everyone needs feeding again. So I'm going to put some water in my tulips and prettify. I mean, this is already, I've got my little daisy wax melt thing and my spring candle. So I'm going to put these on the fireplace, I think, and just try and bring some colour into my life. Because it's grey and miserable and wet and windy and cold. So I've just gone and dropped one of my headphones in the bin in the gym. I was, you know, dabbing myself with some blue towel and knocked my headphone straight out of my ear, straight into the bin. I did look to see if I could like pick it out, but it went to the depths of all the sweaty and dirty blue roll that's in the bin. So thankfully they are only TikTok shop ones. They were like £2. They're actually really good. Like, they do the job and they stay charged for ages. I probably charge them up once every 2 to 3 weeks and yeah, they're ideal. They're those little ones that, they were, the little ones that go right inside your ear. I'm just going to have to order some more because I wasn't going to stay and dig around any longer in the bin. I could see everybody was like looking at me like, why is she digging in the bin? Well, because I'm an idiot, that's why. Also, the water refill tap is like just trickling, like the tiniest trickle. So you couldn't feel, well, you could fill your water bottles up, but you'd be standing there for 10 minutes. But I'm done. That's 2 days in a row. I've been to the gym. It's Kev's weekend off, which means I can come on the weekend as well, which will be ideal. Have I not shut that door properly? But there's an event going on up here. There's loads of people turning up, and there's alcohol actually. I just saw a man was drinking a pint. So I'm going to get out of this car park before it gets any busier and go home and have some dinner. My pie did look pretty delicious, so I left before dinner so that I wouldn't like pick at it. So when I get home, I can have a controlled slice of pie rather than eating it while serving it up and then eating a portion as well. So I'm going to go home, have my dinner and see what everyone else is up to. So I've had my tea and I've just been and picked up, or Kev went and picked up, my first ever Vinted purchase. So before Christmas, I sold a load of the girls' outgrown Christmas clothing and their Disney clothing from when we went to Disneyland, and then I forgot all about it. So I posted it all off, and then the money went into my Vinted account, and then I didn't think about it again. So the other day I went onto Vinted and I had money in my account that I'd forgotten about, which was a nice surprise. So I said to Felicity, who has had a massive growth spurt, did she want to have a look through and heart some bits that she liked, and maybe we could get her some bits from Vinted for spring, summer, because there's not much point buying new clothes for winter, as hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to get warmer soon. So she went through and she hearted a few items, but the one I chose to buy was this really lovely red and white heart jumpsuit. It's so pretty. And it's from Next, and it was sold as an age 10. But the lady messaged me and said, I've just realised when I was packaging it that it's not actually an age 10 and is in fact an age 9. So do you want me to cancel the sale or do you want to still have it? And I said, I'll still send it because if it doesn't fit Felicity, it will fit Sienna. And she was so excited, went and picked it up, and it is too small. Yeah, it's too small for Felicity. As soon as I unpackaged it, I thought, no, that's going to be too short. And it's about an inch or half an inch too long in the leg for Sienna. So by the summer, it will definitely fit Sienna. So I ordered Felicity a couple of pairs of denim shorts today. Must be a lady with twins because she had 2 of everything. So it was 2 pairs of Next denim shorts, and I think I paid like £1 because I still had money in my Vinted balance, but they weren't very expensive. And now I feel like I might have a bit of a bug for buying things on Vinted. But what I need to do, I might do on Sunday, is go through the hordes of outgrown kids' clothes that we currently have and put some more stuff on Vinted. So if you have got younger ones, I'll pop a link to my Vinted. I don't actually know how to do that, but I will try and put a link to my Vinted if you want to have a look at what I upload over the weekend. I do still have a few bits on there that didn't sell. Maybe I need to just reduce those down in price. It's really good, isn't it? But when postage is expensive, it all adds up. So I think this was like £5, but then with the buyer protection, it would have been like £5.62, and then another £2.30 for postage. So when you factor in postage, you can't really price your items very high unless it's like, I don't know, a top brand. Maybe if it's Nike or, I don't know, higher end brands, jewels and such, you can probably get a little bit more for. But when it's like high street supermarket store type items, you can't really get a lot for it. So I probably need to reduce the bits I have got on there and upload some more. But yeah, that's my first ever Vinted package, parcel, item, whatever. It's getting late. It is already getting late. I'm going to tidy up after dinner and then try and organise what we're doing tomorrow. So I think we're going to go out tomorrow, but the weather is a bit dodgy, and whatever we do tomorrow, we have to be home in time for the rugby, which is at about 4:45, I think. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a nice video tomorrow, and Kev is now off for the next 5 days, and we're going to get cracking with the hall stairs renovation thing that we're doing. Lots and lots of paint to be stripped. The kids have all been warned that their doors are coming off of the hinges, because we have to take the doors off the hinges to strip all of the gloss from the door frames. So you can imagine how thrilled they are about that. They're really, really happy. And then hopefully we can get the door frames re-glossed and new doors put on. It's just trying to work out, what do you do first? Doors need to go on before the flooring goes down, because obviously, oh no, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? The flooring needs to go down before the doors go on. So it's all a bit... Flooring first, then doors, isn't it?
You've got to buy the doors, and we've got to leave them in the house for about 5 days to get room to the temperature of the house so they don't expand when they go.
Who knew that? Who even knew? I wouldn't have known that. I'd have been buying them and sticking them straight on. 5 days?
The person that fits doors are.
So we might have to take the old doors off, do the gloss stripping, and then put the doors back on.
Yeah, just strip all the gloss off and put the doors back on.
Because the kids aren't going to do 2 weeks with no doors.
No,
or even longer than that.
I'm only taking them off whilst I strip the door frames.
And then putting the old ones back on.
Yeah.
I thought that we'd be taking them off and then putting the new ones on, but obviously we can't do that.
Off, strip all the door frames,
and then
put the doors back on, and take them off again when we're going to gloss them.
Are you already thinking this was could have had a nice holiday instead?
I'm already thinking that I've got...
Could have just left it as the horrible mess it is.
I've got about 20 metres of skirting boards. I've done the stairs.
Stairs is done, and the
top spindle still.
The
kitchen, no,
utility room door frame's done. But the downstairs toilet door frame, the kitchen door frame.
Sunday, I'm going to get
loads.
Kitchen door, downstairs toilet and skirting boards in the hallway.
And then move upstairs.
And then, yeah, but I can't move all the upstairs because until I strip the carpet, I can't do the stairs.
Skirting boards upstairs until we take the carpet up.
So I'm going to do, Sunday I'm doing the kitchen door, the skirting boards, the downstairs toilet door. Then Monday I'm going to do the bathroom door and probably our bedroom.
You heard it here first.
And then
Kev's got his plan.
Tuesday we've got farm school.
Yeah.
I might get a bit done Tuesday night.
And then Wednesday.
Wednesday, I'm off work Wednesday, so I'm going to do the other doors. Thursday, I'm going to do the skirting.
Thursday back at work.
Friday. Friday, I'm back off on Friday. I'm going to do the skirtings and then hopefully get all of it done by Friday.
So that's the plan. There's lots and lots to be done.
I've got the hallway door in here as well. The internal.
Oh yeah, there's the internal door too, which we're not replacing because it's a big heavy door, but the door frame will need doing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 8 more door frames to do and all the skirting board. So it's a lot. It's a lot. We definitely won't be having this complete for a while. So at the moment, yeah, it's just a mess. But anyway, that's the plan for the coming few days. So stick around if you want to see what we get up to tomorrow. And if you love DIY, particularly husbands that are stressed out, then this is the place to be. So come back for that. But thank you for watching today's video, and we will see you all very soon. Have a lovely weekend, whatever you are up to.